fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Owen and Velociraptor' Beta set from the Jurassic World Dominion line from Mattel. So these retail for around $11.99 or $12.99, somewhere in there, and I grabbed this over at Target. You can see the packaging is kind of a mix of bubble-on card and then open packaging for the dino. I'm assuming just so that way you can kind of try the dino out if you'd like. But so we have Owen here. He comes with a knife. He has a rifle. And then there's a fox for some reason. I'm assuming that has some kind of importance in the story. Haven't seen the movie yet. Just came out this past Friday, so please no spoilers in the comments. And I'm assuming this is some kind of baby blue because it just looks like blue, but obviously much smaller. Spinning it around to the back. It just kind of shows the couple things that we get in the set. Utility tool included. It just looks like a knife. It doesn't really look that exciting, but they seem very excited about it here. So there is another pack over here with Claire, which I also have. We'll probably get to that in a couple days. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get everything out of there, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the set. We will start with the little fox. There's not much going on with him. He really doesn't have any articulation to speak of, but he's painted pretty nice. Some nice texturing here for the fur, and overall he just looks good. Again, not really sure why there's a fox included here, but maybe he has some pivotal role to play. But anyway, we'll put him off to the side, and we will take a look at Beta. This guy looks great. I mean, I love the blue birthmark here. That looks really cool. You can see that it's not exactly the same on both sides. It kind of stops behind the eye over on this side. But the eyes are painted really nice. The inside of the mouth is painted really nice. You have opening and closing jaw. You have a kind of rotation and a hinge here at the neck joint. You can see the hinge there. And then you have a spin as well. He actually has a hinge out to the side for the arms, which is something most of the Raptors do not have. So that's kind of a nice little point of articulation. Also has a spin up and down. And then you have a spin side to side for the feet. But the way they're posed, you kind of have to keep them in this position here. And you can spin the tail a little bit. And then he's got this DNA piece here. If we flip this out, you can scan that with the app. And you can see that because he's not really like thick enough, they had to do it horizontally instead of vertically like they normally do. But he's a cool little dino. I like him a lot. Just to do a quick comparison, here is the Raptor that came with the Capture and Crush truck. So you can see how they kind of have a similar stance with the feet, but he does not have that hinge there in the arm that this guy does. So very cool. And then last but certainly not least, we have the little Owen figure. He's fine. I mean, if you've been collecting these various lines, you probably have a few Owen figures already, and there's nothing particularly amazing about this one, but he looks good. It decently looks like Chris Pratt. I mean, I can kind of tell it's him. But if you wanted to just have this be another generic person because you already have so many Chris Pratt action figures, you could probably get away with that. The head's on a ball joint, so you can turn side to side, look up a little bit, look down a little bit. You can even tilt a little bit side to side. You have a hinge and a rotation at the shoulder. You have a hinge and a rotation at the elbow. From the elbow all the way down is one solid piece, so nothing in the wrist. You have a waist swivel. You have a hinge out to the side, as well as a rotation to the front for the hip. And then you have a hinge and a rotation there in the knee. He's got some fancy boots. I will say that the texturing for the denim jeans is really well done. Really looks good. And just when I was thinking I wish he had some kind of holster for his knife, he actually does, over here on the back. So you can take the little knife out of his hand, bring it around to the back, and he's got a little storage spot for it. That's pretty cool. I appreciate that. I always appreciate weapon storage, so I like that he can hold that there on the back. Comes with a decent little rifle, and you can see that he actually has trigger fingers molded in, so that it fits very nicely into the spots where it's supposed to. So I appreciate that. I mean, the weapon itself is kind of basic, all just molded out of one color, no paint applications or anything, but it's fine. So yeah, all in all, pretty decent little figure here. Nice points of articulation. And let me go ahead and bring in that truck that I previously mentioned, because I said I was going to try to get some characters to fit in this. I still really wish this truck came with some figures, and I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't, but we have some figures from other releases now, so we can go ahead and get them in here. And he fits pretty well. And then we can go ahead and close this up. He probably has to sit a little bit deeper in there. There we go. So there you go. You can fit figures inside there. I have her hanging off the side because the way her robe is, she can't really sit, unfortunately. But you could definitely get Owen in here. No problem. It's just a little weird the way you kind of have to make sure that the legs fit in. You kind of have to really bend this up. But he fits with relative ease. So we'll get this out of here. But yeah, honestly, it's a pretty decent little set. I think the figure's good. The weapon is decent. I like the little knife. I really appreciate that he has a little holster for it on the back. I think that's a big deal. I think that looks really good right there. It's a decent figure. Like I said, I actually really think that the job they did with the denim jeans is pretty impressive, adding that texture. But the star is definitely this guy. This guy is awesome. Really cool detailing. Really fun little raptor. Nice articulation. Excellent paint. Just all in all, a really cool little dude. And then, of course, you have little fox buddy. Again, not really sure why he's here, but he is included. So, decent little set for about 12 bucks. I definitely recommend checking it out. Like I said, if you already have a ton of Owen figures, I understand, but I think it's worth it for the tiny little dino friend. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.